has been brought to you in part by Power Rents, who provide you with the power at these 3 locations.
This is Corvalis, Oregon, the campus of Oregon State University, the new home of the 8th edition of the Asic Tiger Oregon Wrestling Classic. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Akamian, along with Greg Strobel, the man who put together our U.S. national teams. Of this tournament may be unique in the United States for its combination of collegiate, age group, and high school wrestling.
This tournament is indeed unique, Bob. It's the only tournament that I know of its kind in the United States that really runs the gamut of what wrestling is in the United States. We have kid wrestling, we have high school wrestling, we have college wrestling, and this year, the 8th edition, we've got the international wrestling. It's going to be a good one.
That'll be our feature event tonight. We've got a group of youngsters from the Soviet Union who will be wrestling the Oregon All-Stars, but in freestyle wrestling, and that's a little different for the American kids.
It sure is, but, you know, the guys do it a little bit, and tonight's match is going to be real interesting, and the team they're wrestling is from Makhachkala. Makhachkala is a real hotbed for wrestling in the Soviet Union. They've produced, I would think, maybe over 30 world champions, maybe more than the whole United States alone. But this particular match is going to be neat because we're led by a guy named Les Gutches, who made our world team last year. It's going to be real fun to watch Les, and I think our team will do very well.
We'll be showing you the finals of the college rounds, a great Civil War battle going on between the Oregon and the Oregon State teams. We're going to start off with the high school competition, and so far, the battle between the high schools has produced several surprises. In the 2A championship, both Lowell and Neoconi had escaped the semis with ties won by criteria. The final was a nail-biter as well. 98-pounder Aaron Flack, who will also wrestle a Soviet opponent tonight, ignited an explosive Lowell attack with an impressive 30-second pin. After Neoconi's A. Bradley responded to Lowell's 2 early pins with one of his own, Paul Langdon extended the Lowell lead with a relentless 13-5 romp over Dusty Cruz. Two takedowns, a reversal, and 2 near falls demonstrated Langdon's ability to put points on the board. Lowell appeared well on its way to victory, with returning state champion Heath Harvey blowing open a 6-1 lead and then cruising to a 12-point win. The team score of 23-6 Lowell seemed insurmountable. Neoconi maintained its poise, and the Pirates began to flex their muscles in the upper weights. Aaron Burdick reversed his team's fortunes with a series of reversals against Marcus Porter, winning a 4-3 squeaker. Brandon Spurs followed with a 4-zip decision, and Scott Goddard held on for a 6-all tie with defending state silver medalist Alvin Riggs. The Lowell lead had shrunk to 25-14. Shane Hayes brought Neoconi even closer. The Pirates took the lead in the match with an injury disqualification, but heavyweight Don Chapman finished the job for Lowell with a pin, giving the Devils a sweet 31-29 victory. The 3A final match in Oregon was McLaughlin of Milton Freewater and Ontario High School. It was Mac High, the perennial power, regaining some stature after losing to St. Helens in last year's Classic final. The Pioneers steadily built a lead with strong wins in the lower weights. Bill Smith and Max Zerba won decisions. John Thomas and Bart Ewing recorded pins. After 5 matches, Mac High led 18-6. Ontario's middleweights then put some numbers on the board. Josh Knott recorded a solid 7-1 win to pull the Tigers within 6. Hector Romero added another 3 points to Ontario's total, but they were to be his team's last points. Ryan Krallman won by injury default in a hard-fought match. Dennis Mooney gutted out a narrow 5-3 decision to put the contest out of reach, Mac High leading 33-15. At 191 pounds, Scott Albers shut out Bill Hood 7-zip, and Mackay's dominance was clear. In a tournament 2 weeks earlier, Mackay had beaten several of Oregon's top 4A teams head-to-head. Their semifinal match against Phoenix High School proved to be Mackay's only strong competition at the Classic. The Pioneers breezed through the tournament. Joe Chappelle frosted Mackay's victory cake, pinning Frank Bouchon in the heavyweight contest. Coach Jerry Ewing's Mac attack is back. In the 4A tournament, no one was giving unranked Crook County much of a chance. To get to the finals, the Cowboys would have to knock off defending champion and #1 seed Crater and then get by powerhouse Canby. Of course, the Cowboys did just that and found themselves pitted against Eagle Point, the Eagles in the finals of the Classic for the 3rd straight year. In the semifinal match, Eagle Point had narrowly upset #2 seeded West Lynn 31-28 by virtue of an emotionally charged heavyweight contest that ended in a bitter disqualification. After Terrell Blank put the Eagles in front with a pin, the Cowboys' Heat Pham responded by overwhelming Ryan Ritchie. Pham gets the pin, tying the team score at 6-all. Adam Wright added another fall in the 123-pound match. And Mike Cook rang up a 16-0 technical fall to strengthen Crook County's lead. In a rough and tumble brawl, Chad Holzhauser brought Eagle Point back by decisioning Scott Nance 10-5. The team score stood at 17-12 for Crook County. The Cowboys then begin to pull away with Derek Puckett's 13-2 win. Bud Haynes added another dominating decision. At 168 pounds, Jonathan Nance crushed Eagle Point's hopes for the title by pinning Lazaro Avila in the 2nd period. With the team championship decided, Eagle heavyweight Wind Carlson vents his frustration, but the Cowboys win it 41-22.
We're here with Salim Gajiev, 68 kilo. That's 149.5 pounds for everyone that's not attuned to kilos. We're here with Victor, our interpreter. I'd like to ask a few questions of Salim. First of all, what city in the Soviet Union is Salim from?
Из какого города мы?
Махачкала.
We are from the Makhachkala city. It's the capital of Dagestan Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic, situated on the northeast of Caucasus on the bank of Caspian Sea.
I understand. And how old are you, Salam, and how many years have you wrestled?
10 years. 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
18.
18. So you started when you were just 8 years old.
Yeah.
I understand. One other thing, one last question here would be, at 18 years old, what titles have you won that would be of merit?
Какой титул вы, так сказать, имеете и какой хотели бы получить?
Я имею титул чемпиона Европы и хотел получить олимпийского чемпиона.
He is a champion of Europe, champion of Dagestan, and champion of USSR. And he hopes that in the nearest future he will be an Olympic champion.
Well, of course, there are a lot of people with that dream. Tonight's match, what are you looking forward in terms of tonight's match? How does it feel?
А что вы думаете по поводу сегодняшнего матча и какие надежды на него возлагаете?
Это будет трудный будет матч, но я думаю, что я выиграю, постараюсь сделать все, чтобы выиграть этот матч.
He thinks that tonight match will be hard, but he hopes that he will be he have a victory in this match.
Well, Salam, good luck tonight, and we hope you have a good trip back to the Soviet Union also.
Thank you.
And we're here with Les Gutches right before the match between the United States and the Soviet Union. Actually, it's Oregon against Dagestan. Well, Les, getting ready for this match tonight, what are your goals mentally to get set?
Well, I just want to relax and wrestle like I do every other match. Just try to wrestle this guy tough and beat him.
And beat him. Okay. I talked with one of the Soviets earlier, and he mentioned that his goal eventually is to be an Olympic champion. You've wrestled a little bit internationally. What are your goals internationally?
Well, I mean, being Olympic champions, you know, it's in the back of my mind. I mean, that's the ultimate goal any wrestler probably wants to attain. And right now I'm just looking at making the junior world team that's going to be going to Barcelona, Spain, Greco team. I'm going to try out for that, try to make it, maybe place higher, win it.
Yeah, that's right. You do both styles with freestyle and Greco.
Yeah.
That trip's going to be in July of 1991. That's going to be a great one. Well, good luck tonight, Les.
Okay, thanks.
Now we are underway with our first match. I think Les Gutch is one of the few Americans who knows what he's getting into. This is Shamil Umalatov at 45 Ks wrestling Aaron Flack from Lowell. Aaron, of course, a state triple crown winner, part of that Lowell dynasty. Flack is wearing the blue singlet of the USA.
And Shamil is in the red singlet, Bob. Shamil just got the first takedown. They were out of bounds when they scored it, but you can score takedowns in international wrestling out of bounds. So the first point goes to the Soviet, and he leads. Don McPherson is the mat official right now. This match, by the way, 5 minutes, 1 period.
And the thing you notice, again with freestyle, is you don't need control to score. Much quicker.
Shamil's in on the leg again and took him down, so there's a second point for Shamil. 2-0 the score now. Shamil's on top. Notice the bottom man isn't trying to get away. In international wrestling, you don't have to get away. The official's going to put them back on their feet because there's no action over there. That's another difference between high school and international wrestling. This is freestyle, as we said. There are two styles. Greco-Roman, which is one where you can only use the upper body attacks, and freestyle, which you can attack the whole body, which means you can go for leg attacks also. So Flack with a lot of pressure, he's pushing Shamil back. Shamil again going for that really kind of a fireman's carry action. I read a book on Soviet wrestling recently, and they call it a windmill, is what they call it. We call it a fireman's carry here in the United States. Looks like he's going to turn him. He's got the exposure, and they go out of bounds. They call the time. They call the time is what they call, not out of bounds. And I think he's indicating 2 points for Aaron Flack. Now, Bob, what that's going to do, if the score does end tied, they're going to go into sudden death overtime.
That's what Donnie McPherson's telling him. So we'll go overtime at 7-7.
They're going overtime, 7-7. Now, here's the deal. Unlimited time here. They can go forever if they felt like it, I suppose. But first point scored wins. And Flack's coming around. He's almost got the takedown there. Almost got the takedown. The leg's still hooked. It looks like he's got it. No, he doesn't. Oh, he's almost there. There's the takedown, and he scores the point, wins the match 8-7.
Aaron Flack coming from behind, 2 key points late, and the sudden death victory. Aaron Flack from Lowell knocks off Shamil Umalatov in the first match tonight. We're going to see the best of the Soviets here. Zainvunatov Musa, 149 pounds against Damon McPherson from Jefferson in Portland. State champion. Up and comer in both Greco and freestyle. Hasn't decided yet which he's going to specialize in. This could be our best matchup of the night.
Well, this is really going to be interesting. They both have red singlets on, so it's going to be difficult for us to tell where the points are going. But I think McPherson has a blue stripe on his, so they'll probably call him blue. Let's see as they give the points here. 1 point takedown for Musa, and they do give that to red. So that's the way we'll keep track of it. Musa will be red, and McPherson will be blue. They're down there watching that arm carefully. He had a hammerlock on him, and you can't really do that very much in international wrestling. They watch the shoulders real carefully. This is a controlled fight, but the objective is not to hurt your opponent, but to beat him on technique. And they look like they're getting a little bit tired. Time is almost up. Musa attacks the single leg. Crosses over, doesn't get it. Good defense by McPherson. And time runs out. No points scored right there at the end. Final score 7-0.
Now Musa showing why he is one of the aces of this Soviet touring team, winning handily against arguably the best of the U.S. squad, or one of the best, Damon McPherson from Portland. Now we drop back down a bit in weight. 105-pounder, Afis Geradov, 16 years old for the Soviets. He will be wrestling Travis Rollins from Newburgh. That is Travis in the blue, trimmed in gold and white. Geradov in the red.
Well, Travis is a pretty good one, and he does have experience in this style. As a matter of fact, he's accomplished in both, so this could be a real interesting match. This is 105.5 pounds, 48 kilo to all you guys that are metric conscious. And this is the lightest of the international weights. So far, of course, Travis not able to get on. Well, he's got 1 point, but he's going to have to keep this action going, put more pressure on him. But I was commenting a little bit about high school and college wrestling in terms of going out of bounds. We'll see later with the high school and the college matches, you know, how much they spend time on that edge. Internationally, it's such a dangerous position, and it affects the U.S. team. When our guys get ready for Olympic competition, in their heart and in their minds, they still are used to going to the edge as part of a safety factor. And here it's danger. It's the worst thing you can do is go out of bounds in this style of wrestling. Oh, nice throw right to his back. Just did a cross step there, basically called a lateral drop, and it's a fall. International wrestling, it comes real quick. It's just a touch fall, not 2 seconds like it is in high school.
A great throw sets it up. Afis Jaredov pins Travis Rollins. All right, we move along now. 52K, 114-pounder. Sultan Salavatov, another Russian champion, second in the USSR overall. He is wrestling Bart Ewing from Lowell High School, I should say from Mackay. I'm thinking of these single A schools. Ewing from Mackay, his father, Jerry, of course, coaches the team, is officiating here tonight.
Well, Sultan, 17 years old. This is a young team they have here, just 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. Nice shot, comes around for the first point. So far, the Soviets here have been scoring the first point. That's really important in international wrestling. Now he's going for what's called a lace leg technique, or a lace leg turn. Laces the legs up and turns it. Real nice turn. Beautiful turn. It's going to score 2 points. And you can do that as many times as you want, or as many times as you can. And he tries it again. He's got good pressure. Turns him again. Comes up with it again. Still has it. Going for the turn again. He still has it. And, oh, no, good defense. But he turns also. Boy, oh boy, these points add up quick. Score now 9-0. That's 8-0.
Very tough to get any leverage out of this either.
And he's still trying for that turn. Now you can do that as many times as you want. The match ends with a 15-point difference in the technical fall.
That's 10. Right now, 10 zip.
So you've seen they've allowed him to stay on top for quite a while, and as long as he's turning him, they're going to let him stay there. 10-0 the score. And he could have done that to 15 if he wanted, or if he could, I guess. So quickly, the score goes from 1-0 to 10-0. Sultan going for a lot of points here. 2 more points, and he's got it 1. There it is, 2 more points, 15-0 the score.
Sultan Salavatov. A walkover, 15 zip. And the Soviets win another one to go ahead 12-3 in the team competition. Now on the mat for the Soviets, 125.5 pounds, Shamil Efendiev wrestling David Vizini from Phoenix. Efendiev goes up 12-0.
You know, he's only 16 years old. He's the youngest guy on this team, and just has great technique. Great shot by, oh boy, and a turn. Oh, and he comes, good action, good, nice scramble. 2 points for Shamil. Now, what he did there is David got in deep on the leg, but Shamil turned him past 90. Didn't have any control there, just turned him past 90, so he scored the points. Now they're back in a neutral position, 14-0 the score. David's going to have to work to get on the scoreboard, and of course, you know, if Shamil scores 1 more point, the match is over. Arm spin attempt, no consequence. And he gets taken down. That should end the match right there. 15-0.
That's it, a second straight walkover for the Soviets. Shamil Efendiev, a winner 15-0 over David Vizini from Phoenix. But there is more to come. Salam Gadzhiev wrestling Chomo Santana from Lebanon. And along with the McPherson match, one of the best combinations, Gadzhiev, the other one of the standouts, he is a European and a USSR champion. And from a family of world champions, we are told.
Well, Gadzhiev is a good one. European champion is a fantastic title to hold for his age group. He's 18 years old, and the Europeans really are good in this kind of style of wrestling. And so for him, it's a great title, and I'm sure he's going to be a good one. I interviewed him earlier, and he's just a great kid. He speaks a little English, and pleasant personality, and just a lot of fun. I think he's had a great time on this tour.
Santana?
Great action out there on the mat. No points yet. No points yet. They're still on their feet. And finally, the takedown. Oh, nice arm spin for 3 points. Takes him right to his back. That's a beautiful arm spin or shoulder throw. It's a judo technique also, and he did it real well. Great technique by Gadzhiev. This is called a leg Turk, and it's from the Turks, actually. It was developed in Turkey a long time ago, and boy, he's got a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on his back there. Looks like he turns past 90 and does, so there's 2 more points. Score now 6-0. Santana's going to have to get some things going. He's a 4-time state champion. going for the lace leg now. He's almost got the legs crossed. And again, it's a real difficult technique to stop once the guy gets it locked up. And there it is. Fortunately for Santana, he got the legs out on the way over. Santana continues to attack. Gadjiev knows he's got the match won, and it is typical slowdown style of the Soviets. That he's got it won. Why waste any effort here? You're just going to hold him off. He may try scoring again. Just there. Oh, nice inside trip attempt. No takedown though. He's got to watch it about going out of bounds. Oh, great action over there as he scores 1 point as the time goes out. 18-4 the final score there.
Coming up, the top American on the Oregon team, Les Gutches from South Medford, two-time state champion. He's on the national team. He's been to the World Championships. He's in the blue singlet, and he is wrestling Daniel Shisaidov, 16 years old, 198 pounds. So same weight. Gutches, we heard from him earlier, definitely the veteran of international competition.
Oh, nice throw by Gutches. Beautiful throw. No exposure, though. No exposure on the throw, and they're going to call him out of bounds there. Notice Gutches. Notice Gutches' style there. He keeps his head position real well. He's got his, what we call real good defensive stance. And Danielle now, since he's behind 3-0, he's got to be the one that comes after Gutches. Gutches comes in for the takedown. He actually tried for a cross leg Turk on it and missed it. He was going to go for the far leg, and if he'd have got that, he'd probably got the points for exposure also, but he missed that one. And so he's on top 4-0. Now the bottom guy, even though he doesn't have to get away, he can't clam up like that. And you can see the official slapping the mat and telling the bottom guy basically to expose himself or to have action down there. You can't just clam up entirely, and if he continues to do that, the mat official could caution him or call him for stalling. Beautiful action there. Takes him right to his back for 3 points. Has him in danger of being pinned. And really, Bob, I think that was a combination of technique, which it definitely was, but a big factor there is strength. Gutches is a strong kid. He just got that arm and he just cranked the guy.
You can see Shisaidov has been there standing straight-legged there and really waiting to be unbalanced all the time, and Les gets down there, and you talked about his defensive position.
Exactly. Well,
he has control standing all the time.
Time is almost out.
Final 10 seconds. 8-0, Gutches leading.
Still attacks. Oh, nice duck under again, comes around for 1 point. That was just plain beautiful. I love that kind of action out of a high school kid. Good technique by Les Gutches.
And the crowd loves it. You hear the roar. Les Gutches wins 9-0.
Now, this will be real interesting. This is Musa, and he's moving up a weight class now. He wrestled the first match at 150. Now he's up wrestling 165 against Brunson. You can see definitely a height difference, but I still think Musa might be about as heavy. He looks pretty thick.
You wonder how official these weights are. And Musa, he's loaded up. Well, upper body.
I wondered when they last weighed in. You know, yes. I don't know when they did the
weigh-in. When did we print the program? Maybe.
Actually, we print the weights they normally wrestle at, and since this is a cultural exchange and a friendly match, I know at the senior level we usually give 2 kilo or 3 kilo allowance overweight, which is 6 or 3, 4 to 6 pounds. So, nice leg attack. He's got him. Oh, beautiful counter, and they're out of bounds and on the floor. How are they going to call this one? I'll tell you what, as an official myself, I don't know what I'm going to give. 3 points
3 and 1.
For Blue. Battling for head position. Both of them with real good stance there. Good protective stance. Good counter. Fireman's carry attempt. Now he attacks into the leg. Should score out of bounds there. Started in the middle. And in fact does score out of bounds.
3.
Almost ran into a camera over there. So that'll be 3 points for Musa. Arm spin attempt. And then it comes around for a single. Another beautiful technique. We're seeing some things out of this team that shows why they had like 30 world champions in their history. This technique that, this kid is only 16 years old is using is stuff that a lot of our senior guys don't have enough savvy to use. So pretty good stuff out of the Soviet team here from Dagastan in the Soviet Union.
And we were told that Musa and Gadjiev were the two aces, and Musa, they're both showing it with their quickness in these moves.
Another good shoulder throw, 3 points for Musa. He just put some quick points on the board. It was tied earlier, 3-3, but
it's over.
11-3 for Musa.
And the final score, 22-8. The Soviets defeat the Oregon All-Stars. Our coverage of the Asic Tiger Oregon Wrestling Classic. For Greg Strobel, I'm Bob Akamian. So long from Corvalis.
Funding for this program has been brought to you in part by Power Rents, who provide you with the power at these 3 locations.
Mozart and 3, it's my turn. Then at 5, don't miss Perfect Witness, all on Fox 49.
Don't bring around a cloud, don't rain, don't rain, don't rain on my parade. Get down, fuck you dude, fuck you dude, fuck you dude, get down. I'm rapping, I'm rapping. I'm rapping, I'm rapping. Now bye.
I need something tough. It's got to be rugged, okay? And fun. Something with style and power, dependable and good on gas. And I don't want to drive a tank.
And you need a Ranger truck, a special edition Ranger ESS from Vancouver Ford. It's easy to handle, good on gas, and looks great. Plus, this special group of 25 Rangers comes with custom wheels, stereo, special stripes, and much more. And it's yours for only $110 a month.
Yeah, this is for me. Ford Ranger ESS.
See the special edition Ranger ESS only at Vancouver Ford, where trucks simply sell for less.
IHOP's home-style dinners remind me of when I was a little girl. I helped Mom. My brothers helped, too. There was always plenty of food, a hot main dish, lots of vegetables and potatoes on the side. We were always on our best behavior. And if we didn't clean our plates, no dessert.
International House of Pancakes presents meatloaf, chicken pot pie, and pork chop home-style dinners. Isn't it about time you came back? IHOP's home-style dinners. Your choice with super salad, just $4.99.
Television is going to have a whole new face. Harry and the Hendersons.
Premiering January 12th on Fox 49.